Okay, okay. Take your hat off, please. This paper on the table, I want you to take the paper. Do not write on it. On the back of cocaine, you have two papers. They're named the cocaine paper. You can write on the back of that one. So I'll describe what it's about tomorrow. Okay, are you ready? So before we start, I want to describe two things. Please take your hat off. I want to discuss your projects. I have them all your projects, they're over there, but we're going to discuss your grade. So if you have any questions, you want to negotiate, you need to ask me. Okay, so we're going to go forward. So you need a paper with your name. So what you were supposed to do was write about yourself, one word that described you about yourself. So some projects were awesome. Some were a little less, they were good. Some were a little less, they were okay. And some were nothing. So what you were supposed to do, what about the grade? So 35 points were for if you use descriptive words. You got 35 words, you had to use positive words. If all your words were positive, you got 35 points. Some people use negative words. Some use bad language. You got 35 points for being creative. I told you to be creative. Some people were creative. I'm not creative. I can't draw. I know that. You didn't need to draw a picture. No, you didn't need to do that. But you make sure that it was colorful. So out of 200 projects, only 68 projects were creative. Some people cut pictures out of the newspaper and glued them down. Some people did that. Then you got 25 points for making sure your words were neat, like straight across, or your words went up and down. Then the last 5 were for if you just did the work. So if you did the work, you got 5 points. So your project was the same as if I gave you a test. So remember, I gave you extra credit. Some did it, some did not. If you did extra credit, put your name on it and tell me. If you did the newspaper article, if you did both the newspaper article and that extra credit, you'll get 5 more points. So say your grade was a 75 and you got 5 more points, that would bump you up to an 80%. So he's asking, he thought the writing was due last week. The extra credit. Your project's due tomorrow. No. It's due a week from Monday. If you're finished, you can turn it in. If it's not, a week from Monday. But remember the paper that I gave you, that's with the homework that I gave you with the 6 different advertisement with the 6 on there, and then it had 6 more. It had different people like Joe Montana Well, that's not really a good example. Jim Kelly, they tell you to use things. They say to use that. Oh, they say to use that product. Maybe it shows people having fun. So I want you to pick 3 advertisements about anything. Newspaper articles, out of the paper, and I want you to glue it down. Glue the advertisement down. If it's a small advertisement, do both on one paper. Don't put all 5 on one paper. Don't do that. Only 2 or 3, and then your description. Do you have any questions? Anyone? Questions? It's not due tomorrow. It's due a week from Monday. But if you're finished, you can turn it in. Okay? Are we ready? Now open your book to page 21 and we'll proceed.